That was the Bangles Manic Monday. Hey, how's your Monday going? If the Monday artist is too much for you, give us a call here and we'll fix that through the power of music. All right, I have a very special guest in the studio with me, more like family than a regular visitor to Tiba Radio, Mr. Solomon Joseph. How are you this fine Monday morning? How's your Monday artist?
Excellent, excellent, Brendan. Okay, every day, in my opinion, every day is a blessing. To be alive each day is a blessing.
That's very true, and you got to live each day to the fullest, hey?
Absolutely. Since COVID, I realized that so many people died during the COVID time, 3 year period, and every day take it as a blessing and
Yeah.
make use of it, and you pass the positive vibe to the people around you.
Yeah, one thing I've always learned is that someone else always in a worse position than myself, so there's no real reason to complain.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we're back for our regular segment. Now, today we're going to speak a little bit about the importance of getting yourself checked out, because we kind of discussed that with adults. We know what we're feeling and the symptoms, but what about the young children, especially if you have a couple of children, and the difference between them actually hearing you or ignoring you? So we were kind of talking about, okay, we really need to get them checked out as soon as possible.
Absolutely. It's a very good topic, Brendan, because today's world is slightly different from our childhood days, because when we were children, we haven't had much electronic gadgets, and we haven't had too much distractions. So at household, we used to spend time outside, and we used to listen to our parents. And then the TV, maybe 40, 50 years back, there wasn't TV at homes, and then it all came up. And now look at the household, the TV, electronic gadgets, the children having PlayStation, they have a smartphone, and they listen to so many YouTube videos, this thing, that thing. So when parents call the children, they are not listening. There is a main complaint. Many parents say that at home, when I call my children, they are not responding.
Yeah.
They are indulged in their electronic gadgets. You can imagine when children play on PlayStation, they are in a totally different world. So they are bombarding their ears with a very loud sound. It may be AirPod, that is in the ear, or it may be they are wearing headsets. So this is a major complaint audiologists come across. Whenever we do pediatric audiology, the parents say that my children, we don't know they are hearing me or not. They are not responding well. So the classroom also is a similar thing, because the ambient noise in classroom is very high, and children are not, the children, especially the children who are sitting at the back of the classroom, they are inattentive in the classroom. And part of the reason can be the noise floor in the classroom. There is not much sound absorbing materials like carpet in the classroom, and it's very expensive to have carpets and the sound absorbing wall in classrooms. That is why even in private schools we will see a lot of reverberation in the classroom. And so that is why this is a very good topic, where in today's world the children are having too much distractions through electronic gadgets. So basically what the parents need to do is, whenever you have any confusion about your child is hearing well or not, what you have to do is see an audiologist. Audiologist is expert in hearing assessment and balance assessment, and what you have to do is you can have referral from the GP, or privately you can see the audiologist. And the audiologist, depending upon the age of the child, the audiologist will do all the necessary testing, like starting with the case history, otoscopy, looking at the ear, and tympanometry test to find out how the middle part of the ear is working, and hearing test depending upon the age of the client, age of the child. If the child is less than 3 years, that is called visual reinforcement audiometry. If the child is about 3.5 plus onwards, then that will be a play audiometry. And we will do ear conduction test, bone conduction test, speech discrimination test, and we will come to a conclusion what is the status of the child's hearing.
Because I remember when I was growing up, it used to be a bit of a joke. My mum and my grandmother would say, "Are you listening to me? Because I know you can hear me." And they would joke like, "Okay, we're going to take you to the doctor and get your ears cleaned out." And I think, thinking back to those days, it was like, yeah, because we realised that the importance of actually not only hearing but understanding, and especially when you have more than one language in a household.
Absolutely. I speak 4 languages. I am pretty sure. Okay, you speak more than one language. And the early years are so important, so crucial, especially up to the age of 5. The brain plasticity of a child is at its peak. So the child can learn more languages at that time, because how we learn language? We learn language by mimicking what we hear.
Yeah.
So initially we don't know what it means when Dada, Mama introduces so many things to a child, but initially they cannot associate what it means. Later they realize, that this means, mat means, milk means milk. So mimicking, that is the monkey attitude sometimes. Okay, we all have mimicking attitude,
Yeah.
And the earlier years are the better in language development. That is why the early years that we need to find out exactly the child has got normal hearing or not. What we are not finding out when we slam the door, the child is responding or child is crying. That is not the hearing test. That when we slam a door, that will produce around 80 to 85 decibel sound. So the child will react. So we need to find out, can the child hear below 20 hertz, 20 decibel across the major speech frequencies that can range from 0.5 hertz, 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz and 4 kilohertz. They are the major speech frequencies. So we need to find out the child has got normal hearing or not. And normal hearing will help the child to participate in the classroom, because what is the purpose of a good hearing? The language development and active in the classroom and learning stuff from the teachers, and self-learning and engagement with family and friends. All those things are so important.
Because so in the studio with me, I'm just looking at the model of the earlobe, the ear, sorry. Now, when you look at this, it's quite big, but all of that takes place within
Small area.
a small area between your ears and your brain.
Absolutely. The hearing system and the vestibular system, 2 different systems. The ear helps us to hear, and the semicircular canal, there are fluid in the semicircular canal that helps us to understand what is our position, to keep us straight. If we turn around, we will realize that we are in upside down. That helps the fluid position, and the visual, the eye also plays a crucial role in finding out what is our position. That helps us to stand straight.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
With a bit of balance.
The balance. So some people will have a condition called positional vertigo. If they look up or they look down, suddenly the vertigo kicks in. Positional, that is called positional vertigo.
Okay.
And they need to try to avoid that particular position that create the vertigo. Vertigo is not a pleasant thing.
No.
When imagine you are driving a car and you get vertigo or dizziness, we don't know where the car is heading to, because you lost the control of your own positioning and you feel dizzy. So that you easily there can be an accident while you drive if you get dizziness. So you need to see a doctor, and the doctors can prescribe medication, but the audiologist can do balance assessments at RDH, Royal Darwin Hospital. There may be a little bit of waiting time, but then the ENT will investigate further into what is the cause of the vertigo or dizziness for the client.
Thank you so much. We've taken up a lot of your time, but it is very, very important that we discuss this, because we all know that our physical health, and along with that is our hearing and our Along with that, also is it kind of like our mental well-being too, because the more we can hear, the more we can understand. But before you go, is there anything that you would like to say? Because I would suggest that if you are having some issues with your hearing, go along and get it checked out just to make sure, and then work it out from there.
Absolutely. One point. Okay, the one point you touched, Brendan, the emotional health. We always say good hearing is essential for the social and emotional well-being. I will not be the same person if I have significant hearing loss and if I am not wearing any amplification or hearing aid to compensate that hearing loss. I won't be smiling like this because we cannot have such a beautiful conversation, interaction with a significant hearing loss. I will be asking Brendan, what? So
Speak into my other ear. A good one.
It will really affect the morale and being an audiologist, we see.
That's perfect. I like that. Yes.
Thank you very, very much, Brendan. Okay, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
And if you do need some advice on maybe what to do about hearing, get in contact with us and we will pass you all the details along regarding Mr. Solomon Joseph.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I am most welcome to take any call at any time. You can email to me or you can call TIBA Radio. TIBA Radio will direct you at the right place.
And it's always good to find someone who is genuinely interested in other people's health. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Since this